Alright guys, welcome back to another video here of me trying to climb the standard ladder to Mythic. Today I'm going to be playing a Domain Overlords list. I've experimented with a couple different versions, Naya, 4-color, Bant Control, and in playing those versions of the decks, they're good decks, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you'll come across decks that, like regular Domain that just play Atraxa, which is really the one card that just goes over the top of Overlord. So that's why in this deck, it's kind of combining the Domain deck, the Overlords, and even the Atraxa. Now, it's not so much a Domain. You don't see too much as far as herd migrations. You see one copy. You don't see, I believe it's Archangel of Wrath. You don't see her. So it's like almost like a Domain hybrid list, playing obviously the three best Overlords, and then your top end being Atraxa. Leyline Binding and Sunfall is your interaction. Beza against aggro decks. Jace is a one of. Tishana's Tidebinder, and then obviously the four of Get Lost and Up the Beanstalk. Beanstalk being the engine in which this deck is built around. And then Elspeth Smite, just to kind of get you to the late game against mono red aggro decks. And then even an Analyze Pollen as a one of, searches your library for a basic land card. Or you can just tutor up whatever creature you need to in the late game, mainly being Atraxa. One of Tidebinder, two temporary lockdowns, again against those go wide decks, go with those aggressive strategies. Sideboard, more against creature based, so Elspeth Smites, Negates, Beza, Boombringer Valkyrie, again bring this in against those aggro matchups. Two Rest in Peace for Oculus, split up against more creature-based decks, another temporary lockdown, and a second Jace rounded out. So I'm going to be playing 5, 6, maybe 7 matches with this brew and see how well we do jamming some Overlords. Alright, so... where do we want to go? Domain Overlords, standard ranked. Okay, so we are gold. And we are climbing here. So let's keep it going. Yep. Alright. Overall, standard has been fun. I've been really enjoying it with Duskmourn. It's added a lot of decks to the format, a lot of powerful cards. Looking forward to the RCQ season coming up, like I keep saying, with standard being the main focus. So let's just keep jamming and practicing standard and see how good we get. Yeah. Keep this in. Forest Pass. And then we'll play a Beanstalk. Okay. Good draw. And, well, trigger the main interaction of this deck, which is Beanstalk on 2, Overlord on 3. And this basically fixes our mana, makes Leyline Binding cost 1, and then we drew a Cavern, which just makes our Overlords uncounterable. Gets a Swamp. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to hold off on playing Fabled Passage just because I can play the Cavern. That way it'll really narrow down what what land I want to search for with Fable. I'm going to name Overlord in this instance. And then I believe the next one... Okay, never mind. I'm not naming Overlord. Ignore that. We are naming Horror. Here I am thinking it's a subtype. Alright, so Horror, and we will play the Mistmoors. Trigger the Beanstalk. Cycles another Armadillo. Sure. Pass the turn. Black, white, green. So we probably want to get a blue. Resolve. Oh, there's our blue. So let's just hold Fabled Passage. Attack for 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just gonna pass turn here. Alright, so he's playing the Quintorius combo, I believe, maybe? Or a version of Quintorius. It's fine. Alright, creates a 3/2 token. And I am going to bind the Quintorius.
I should have done more research.
No need to play Atraxa just because it's going to glut up our hand. And my dog is choking on his toy. He's alright. I think I'm just going to play Overlord on 5. Draw off of the Beanstalk. Make another everywhere token and leave up Get Lost or another Leyline Binding. Alright. So he's playing a combo-based deck, so... temporary lockdowns don't seem particularly good. Maybe we just bring in a couple of negates here. And maybe cut this third Sunfall. Alright. On to game 2. Okay. Hand sanitizer. So, interesting. I know there was a Pioneer deck that was... It's probably... I haven't seen this deck in Standard, but there was a Pioneer deck basically playing the Quintorius combo. So I assume the idea is pretty much the same with the trumpeting Dino and Quintorius and all that jazz. So definitely hitting Leylines is good. Negates. Bring those in. Okay. Opponent is really going deep on sideboarding, which I don't blame. Alright, we're ready to go. Alright, this is a good hand. Land, spells, negate, get lost, Beza. I like this. We'll lead on Portico, play the Floodfarm Verge, then Plains, then Cavern. Plays a Fable, and I drew another negate. Yeah, we'll leave that one on top. Cracks Fable and gets a basic what? Basic Forest. Okay. Just pass. So I think Quintorius is 5 mana, so maybe, hopefully I don't get punished, but we'll just play this, play an Overlord. Pitch a Sunfall. Really wanted to just continue hitting lands there, but unfortunately we did not hit any lands on that. Don't play anything impactful, please. Okay, that's fine. Let's just play a Brushland and pass the turn. I will negate that. Play another Verge. Nothing really too interactive to do. Well, nothing to do on my turn, but our hand is quite interactive. Could play a Beza, but I really don't get much value out of it. I don't really get any value out of it as the board stands, so just pass the turn. Leave up, negate, get lost. Should be alright. So as it stands, it's going to be rough trying to cast Alright, we'll get lost this. Oof, our second Atraxa. Well, that was a rough draw. I guess there's merit to play this just to get a beatdown going. So we gain some life. Leave up, negate, leave up, get lost, but we do need to present some type of clock pretty quick, because we're not going to be able to rely on these for much longer. Discover 5. Do I negate, or do I get lost? I'll get lost. Nice, and paid off for that. Pass the turn. That's fine. Goodbye, Beza. Alright, so now I'll play Angel. And if we can just survive this, hopefully his hand isn't all that great. We'll just load up here. Wow. Pretty rough one. So we'll go Beanstalk, Herd Migration, and we'll get a Maze. And I think that's it. Yep. Alright, alright. So I am tapped out, opponent. If you can kill me, kill me. I believe in you. Alright, time to see what this deck can do. Assuming I just lose here.
These relics are priceless. I won't let you damage them. I wonder if you'll find at this site. So, there are answers here. I just know it.
I really hate how this overlays in that. I want to get rid of it, but...
Some mysteries beg to be solved.
An opponent concedes. Okay. And for whatever reason, my screen decided to minimize. Okay, well, continue on, I guess. I thought my opponent was going to kill me there. I don't know why he conceded. You know, again, I've not played the deck, so I'm sure there was something that he did or didn't get on that. But either way, I want to know, why is this doing this? I'd like to play first, just like you draw it up. You gotta love it. So and actually, these couple matches I've gotten on the be on the play first, so that's pretty sweet. And hitting Beanstalk into Overlord of the Hauntwoods is exactly what you want to be doing. Opponent, I think, mulligans to 6. Mulligans to 5. Ouch. Alright. Let's play Hedge Maze, Surveil. Yeah, I'll leave Beanstalk on the top. Okay. Alright, play a Plains, play another Beanstalk, well, play a Beanstalk, draw a card. Alright. Okay. Demonic Ruckus. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Emberheart Challenger. Okay. And he's going to... Oh. Doesn't play the Ruckus? Interesting. It's kind of good we draw a temporary lockdown. Yes, it'll get rid of one of our beanstalks, but we have a replacement. So in that instance, I think I'll just get as much value as I can. I don't even have a second white, so I really can't cast the lockdown even if I wanted to. So just make an everywhere token. Get ready for next turn. Hopefully I can either go Sunfall or lockdown, depending on which one is better in the moment. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't play that last turn. Another ruckus. Alright, let's just play a Sunfall. And that is an instant scoop. Okay. I like Elspeth's Smite. One lockdown, another Beza. I mean, split up. Yeah, bring in a couple split ups. Destroy target enchantment, draw a card, create destroy target creature flying. Okay, so bring out one Jace, bring out one Tidebinder. Cut one Beanstalk, just because if I play temporary lockdown, you know, it pains me to cut Beanstalk, but if I, you know, play a lockdown and I have a Beanstalk on the field or two, it'll feel really bad. Trim on expensive stuff, so maybe trim one Analyze Pollen. I don't think is particularly good, you know, as a one of. Binding, trim on one, and alright, let's trim one Herd Migration. Yeah, that should be fine. I don't know why, but this is just jumping around. Okay. We'll keep. And there's a Beanstalk. Alright, so we can either be pretty greedy and play Beanstalk into Hauntwoods, but I just don't think we're going to have that much time. So let's just pass, preserve our life total. It sucks not playing Beanstalk on 2, ideally when you want to, but, you know, this deck can probably just one-shot you out of nowhere, or at least get you pretty almost close to dead. I'm suspecting he might have a hexproof card. Let's might as well try it. Yeah. Yeah. Then in that case, should have done that off combat. So let's just kill it now. Well, might as well play the Fabled Passage just to crack and thin. Yep. Not drawing red, so I'm sure he's probably going to explore again. blue. It would have been a great time to draw a temporary lockdown, but okay. So hopefully we can draw another Smite or get lost. Neither. So the question is, are we just dead? A lot of lands, unfortunately. He's missing red, so there's a chance we could... Okay, so he hits another white source, but most likely his hand is full of all red spells. I'm dead? Yeah, he's got to have all red spells in hand. Ooh, and there's a Beza. That's exactly what we wanted to draw. Yeah, let's just thin. And then next turn play an Overlord, trigger the Beanstalk. Assuming we get a next turn, we might not. Sure. Resolves. Ward 2 and lifelink. Okay, so he's going to be gaining a lot of life. And we're just going to be chumping. Double chump. 2 blockers. Gain your life. And I would like to get a plains, please. Whew. And that is how you draw it up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's do this. No, actually, we got double whites. So green, 1. Trigger the Beanstalk, get some value while you can, draw another temporary lockdown, sweet. And then play a lockdown. And our opponent scoops. Okay. Alright, so 2-0. I don't know why my graphics just keep popping in and out like this. Alright. Like I said, this deck feels good against a lot of aggro decks. I guess other bad matchups, I mean, your bad matchup is aggro, but you definitely can compete with it with the cards that you have in your sideboard. We won the die roll again. That's sweet, but unfortunately, for the first time, we did not get Beanstalk into Overlord. Now, is this hand worth keeping? I don't think so. I'm gonna mulligan this. This is better. So we want Meticulous Archive into Verge, into that. So we'll keep and potentially get rid of this. All right, so let's play an Archive. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. Play Portico. Sure. just Overlord on turn 3. He's probably gonna just Demolition Field my Elsewhere token. Can he do that? I'm sure he can. Let's get a swamp. Pass the turn. Token land. Yep. Resolves. Take action. Forest. Let's get another island. Alright. So I'm assuming this is either green-black ramp, or just regular green-black mid-range. Alright, so he plays a Shelly. That's going to resolve. We're just going to kill it while we can. Play a Beanstalk. And pass the turn. Great card, great card. Overlord himself, that'll resolve. Yeah, so this looks like probably Seth. It could be Seth Manfield's list, but we'll just go ahead and bind, trigger the Beanstalk. And let's draw land. Sweet. In this instance, let's name Angel. And let's just cast this. Just because he's not countering any of our Overlords, and we have all the mana we need to play Overlord. Or to play any Overlord that we have. And we're just going to make another one. Okay. Go for the throw, sure. I'm assuming he'll just crack these two on his own Overlord. Reveals an Overlord. Does it leave that on top? Yep. Alright, so let's get lost killing this. Play this, we'll name Horror. Go to combat. Anoint. Sure. End our turn. So in this game, I'm sure that if I get Atraxa, that'll be pretty much the mirror breaker. But it's just going to be a lot of back and forth now. And these temporary lockdowns are not the greatest. Sure. Alright, so there's a Glissa. He'll keep that on top just because of the beans. I could have stifled it, but I mean, if I play this, he blocks, takes 9. Elspeth Smite. Smite that. Might as well use it while we can. Now he could probably just kill this in that instance to save his creature. Okay. Tidebinder the trigger. End the turn. Hopefully all he's got in his hand is Glissa. If he's got one more removal spell, then I'm probably just dead. Well, we'll see. Basically, he's going to kill anything when I attack, but he's... Well, he can make a fish. And block. Okay, so Beanstalk, good. So we need some type of removal spell for Glissa. And he can make a fish token and block. Draws a card. Okay. So now he's definitely digging. So, and he doesn't play it. I mean, this could be a bluff. A total bluff. And I'm not drawing particularly well either. So, I mean, if he's just got it, he's just... Congratulations. But you just got to go for it. Yep. Yeah. And my turn. He'll attack, kill my Beanstalk. Close, but no cigar in this match. Atraxa off the top would be our best draw. And that is not it. Well, let's see. He's got 8 cards in graveyard, and I've got... He didn't attack. See, what do we hope to hit? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we play it on 3. No, we'll just play full retail for it.
Phyrexian's plans are already in motion. The data requires scrutiny.
Okay. Discard a Beza. No attacks. Pass the turn. That was not a bad turn. To a player. Box. Okay, so it's not going to trigger because it's not combat damage to a player.
Much noise.
I mean, we still got a chance here. I don't particularly like that attack. I mean, maybe it's right, but... Okay, so he's definitely digging. So now he's got basically, he needs to answer 2 threats. Can he do it? Because he's just dead on board. Okay. Okay. I mean, and it's lifelink. Okay. And we get there. Overlord of the Floodpits, too strong. What do we want in this matchup? Flying, First Strike, Lifelink. That might come in. Beza. Rest in peace. Split up. Yeah. Let's cut some temporary lockdowns. Let's cut one Jace. I mean, Jace did save us there. But I don't think it's necessarily the greatest in this matchup, but I could be wrong. Analyze the Pollen. Basically, we could have, at that last turn, just got Atraxa, so maybe it's useful in that instance. Elspeth Smite. Yeah, I mean, it's useful against... so, bring in those. Definitely want Sunfalls. Bring out a Tidebinder. Bring in some amount of split-ups. One Boonblinger Valkyrie. I guess we'll cut... yeah, we'll leave Analyze in, bring in Boon. What do we want to cut? One Herd Migration? It actually was pretty good last game. Cut one else with Smite. No. Maybe it's just not even that good because they have just so much just removal. Maybe one Jace. Let's try it like that. Alright. On the draw, game 3, match 3, game 2. Yeah, we're going to keep this hand. This is exactly how we want to draw it up. I mean, name Angel, name Horror. Should be pretty good. No, Dress on my Beanstalk. Great. Alright, Dress Bug. No. Other Cavern to the graveyard. Beza. Pass turn. Dress gets my other Get Lost. Name Horror. Sure. Would have worked a lot better if I had a Beanstalk on too, but hey, Dress is a good card. Double Dress. And then oh, luckily I had one already on the board. So, do I just run out another Beza? Did I just run out of Beza to removal? I don't know. Elspeth Smite not looking so good here. I do want a card off Beza, so I'm just gonna pass. Just gonna pass. Beanstalk, yep. We're gonna name Angel on that one. Play Beanstalk. Play Beza. Oy. Really would like to draw an Atraxa. That would be sweet. Plays a binding. Now, do I bind? Probably just bind the Overlord. Bind the Overlord. Play another bean. Alright, so he's shown me a deadly cover-ups and the end. So he's got some instants and sorcery. So negates definitely are a consideration to come in. Sure. Kill my Leyline Binding. Get back his Overlord. Trigger his Overlord. Pretty good turn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, so if we go one down, we can potentially nab Atraxa here.
Phyrexia showed me that flesh will always lose.
Atraxa.
We can improve upon your ideas.
Okay. Maybe one more draw step.
In time, all
Okay.
will witness Phyrexia's truth.
So, yeah, Smites were really bad in the matchup. And we're just bringing 3 negates. I'm good. Bum bum. Match 3, game 3. Negates seem to be what we want here. I will be on the play. Thank you very much. I think this hand is a mulligan. It's very reactive and doesn't do much as far as mana. We can do better. And alright. We'll keep this. Get rid of an island. Damn, another duress. Look at that. Coming in hot for the opponents. Ooh, that wasn't a bad draw. On horror. Play an Overlord of the Floodpits. Probably, yeah, Terrace Under, sure. Let's just get rid of the Verge. Glissa. Well, I think we gotta do destroy all untapped creatures. Pass the turn. So we got green, blue, black. Probably need a white. Another Tear Asunder. The end, sure. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, get rid of a Beza. Get rid of a Beza, just not doing much on this board right now, and it's probably just going to die to a go for the throat or something along those lines. Alright, play Beanstalk. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna bin that because I want an untapped 7th land. Opponent's hand is probably all reactive spells. Resolves.
Atraxa is the end of evolution.
Yep, in response, play Binding, trigger the Beanstalk, and there's our land. Get rid of the Nissa. Nissa kills our Beanstalk. Totally fine. Just get a forest. Play an Atraxa. Get a Negate. Get a Jace. Get a Sunfall. Get a Beza. Get a Hushwood. And that's just the power of Atraxa. It is really just a mid-range game breaker. Draw 5 cards and play a 7/7 First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. I mean, and you can back it up with Negate. I have 9 cards. He's got 4 cards. Yeah. So he's going to the end, but I only had 1 other copy. But Atraxa already did work on this board. So. Another Sunfall. It's fine. Just play a Herd Migration. There's a consideration to wait for leaving up Negate, but throwback. It's fine.
Protect you, Phyrexia, until the invasion begins. Fight beside us.
Let's kill that. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So swamp. Play a Jace. Autopay.
Emotions are distracted.
Tick up on throwback.
Focus on the facts. Heal.
All attack on your Nissa.
We will regrow.
Let's name Elk. Should we name Elk? Yeah, let's name Elk. So we got all 3 types. I'm not gonna bother. If he wants to just animate his cottage to kill Jace. That's fine. Doesn't. Go for the throat. There's a beans. So he's got go for throat in the grave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can. Should be just enough, right? Yeah. Play Beanstalk, draw a card. And Sunfall. Play this. Opponent's got a bunch of cards in deck. I'm just going to tick up on nothing. Submit 0. End turn.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
Negate that. Pillage the Bog was a good card. I mean, it is a good card. Glad I had the negate. Yep.
This won't affect our greater plans.
Another negate in hand. Okay, just tick up. Tick up on nothing.
Become subdued.
Play a Beza. Just to get a creature out there. I can... Yeah, let's just activate this. Attack for 4. End turn. And we will negate that. That's probably the backbreaker right there. It's probably my draw concession. He doesn't have a good attack on Jace, so he might just not do anything. This looks like checkmate to me. Being that I'm going to attack anyway, no. No. Alright, so Portico. Bin that. So if I just attack, we're just going to attack with Beza this turn. Because he's just going to, well, he could just trade. I think one attack is fine. Yeah, let's just cash this in.
Your victory is an illusion, nothing more. I will clear your mind.
Play this. That was a good draw. That was a... Oh, and that's a very good draw, too. Now, let's hope he doesn't draw another board wipe. That would be very unfortunate. One last draw. Did he get there? He did not. So it looks like we've got this one. Play land. We're going to attack with everything. Trigger. Make a couple more 2/1s. Resolves. Blocks here. Resolve. Kill one. Alright. 3-0 with some Overlords. And I think the MVP of that Game 3 was obviously the Negates. But Overlord of the blue Overlord. Still trying to get their names right. The Floodpits, I believe. Alright, it's game 4. Match 4, excuse me. Match 4, match 4. This deck, by the way, I believe was a list that was registered for the World Championships. And I don't know who the list was by, but I think I pulled it off the World Championship list dump on MTG Goldfish. So, but it looked like a sweet list, and I definitely wanted to play it. So, here we are. Alright, so this is probably blue-black midrange. This could be a tough matchup. I'm just going to keep all lands, just trying to hit our land drops. Play a maze. Yep, just keep all lands. Let's kill this. We have nothing to do anyways, so we can just play Fable off curve and not on turn 4. And potentially get a swamp. Actually, we do have Cavern, and probably our game plan in this matchup is... Okay, I like this. I think I will use up our lockdown on here. Let's get a forest. Sunfall. Play this. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Sure. Yep. I'm just not going to waste a Sunfall on a 1/1. And he probably has some type of counterspell. Phantom Interference, maybe? Oh, there's the Mastermind. Okay. And does he have No, he doesn't have that blue creature. Ooh. Analyze Pollen. Collect Evidence 8. We don't have... Name Angel. It most likely has some type of like Phantom Interference or counter to get rid of the Sunfall or to counter the Sunfall. That's fine. Okay, he doesn't. And we'll Analyze Pollen here. He's got the Curiosity, okay. So yeah, just get a Swamp. Curiosity is pretty good. Draws a card, sure. Creature of the Schisms. Okay, so I can do Atraxa, or I can go Herd Migration. Herd Migration opens up to a counterspell, so we should just play Atraxa. Nice, I like all these cards. View battlefields. Alright, so we'll get Sunfall, Beanstalk, probably Overlord, Get Lost, and a Forest. Pass turn. Okay, I like that my Atraxa is surviving. Okay. Opponent scoops. Alright, so in this matchup, how do we want to approach this? Let's take out the lockdowns, take out one Pollen, take out a Herd Migration, take out a Jace, maybe some Bezas. So, play Smite. Yeah, play Smites just because of the fairies, the bats. Bring in the negates. Maybe I do want another Beza. Paw Patch Formation. God, what else? What else? All right, I'll bring in the one Pollen. Just, you know, fix our mana in the early turns. All right. Game 2, match 4. Currently 3-0 with 4-color Domain or 4-color Overlords. I'm actually going to... I mean, it's a little awkward with how everything is going to be sequenced, but I'm going to keep this hand. Yep. All right. Do you have a counter for my Beanstalk? Nope. Okay, so he explores, puts another Siren on top of his library. Okay. Ooh, I like this turn. Let's play another Beanstalk. Oh, that was a great draw. Into a Hedge Maze. That was a very good draw, and I like that. I like what we have on top. So we're turning right now, ladies and gentlemen. The deck is doing what it's designed to do. Alright, let's play Portico. Trigger Beanstalk twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sameful Stroke, sure. What do we want to get rid of? A redundant copy of Sunfall. Not to brag to our opponent about how loaded our hand is, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna pass and try to bind one of his creatures. Resolves. He's definitely missing his land drops, hence the explore. So I guess now is as good a time as any to fire off the binding. Does it resolve? Alright, target your Spyglass Siren. Okay. Fizzles the Explorer. Might as well use the Smite while we can. Probably doesn't have any more real good targets. And opponent has seen enough. Okay. Don't blame him. A lot of early concessions from opponents. That is alright. 4-0 with Domain Overlords. Deck feels really, really good. Especially with Atraxa drawing you 5 cards when you play it. That's just the nature of the beast, right? 2 more matches, 6 matches total. So currently 4-0. Hopefully for a 5-1 or better. Let's get going here, and hopefully we hit platinum. So, alright, let me just check one thing. Okay. Alright, match number 5. Why does this guy... Sorry to constantly keep doing that. My screen just keeps on kind of resizing itself. And you know what? I'm not going to complain about these 5 or 6 matches because I'm constantly being on the play. So yeah, this is a great hand. Probably go Portico first into Hedge Maze, into Cavern, and then play Hauntwoods. Sure, keep it on top. Just trying to keep hitting lands. Okay, so this could be mono red. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's do Analyze Pollen. Analyze the Pollen. Probably just get a black source. Play Hedge Maze. Yeah, leave that on top. This could be the one tricky matchup. If they just have a great curve, then we're probably going to have a tough time keeping up. You know what? I'm probably going to go Binding here just to be more mana efficient and leave up Get Lost for a later turn. At the beginning of combat end of turn, target mouse you can control gains your choice of Double Strike or Trample until the end of turn. Sure. Bind this one. To Get Lost. Okay, well, we're just fighting the good fight here. Pass the turn. Kill it. And then he might respond with some, like, instant speed enchantment. Take one. Resolve. Yep. It's fine. Lightning strike in hand. Okay. Bends the lightning strike. Shock. I like that. Alright, well, we'll just get lost in the higher claw. And we'll name Horror, and we'll just play an Overlord. Ooh. Pitching one of those. Pitching in a redundant copy of the Hauntwoods, and I'm fine, definitely going to want to block. Opponent is searching for lands, finds it. Yep. I'm trying my best to stabilize, but we'll see what happens here. Maybe I should have played Hauntwoods, Overlord of the Hauntwoods, just so it doesn't, just so the Floodpits doesn't die to a lightning strike. Yeah. You know, as soon as I say it, it happens. But it is what it is. So he's going to give himself double strike. I go to 8. That's fine. Let's just play this. Pass the turn. And like I said, this deck is definitely tuned for the aggro matchups with with the main deck configuration as it stands currently, plus the sideboard. It just gets better from there. I wonder if he's going to try to go wide. Yeah. Shock. Yeah. Alright, so good game from the opponent. Just mono red doing mono red things. That's fine. Alright, so we want to bring out one Analyze Pollen, one Jace, one Tidebinder. One Herd Migration can come out. Sunfall's good. Overlord's good. Mistmoors can clog up the board. Smite. One temporary lockdown. Another Beza. Another Valkyrie. What else? He's gonna play. Probably he's gonna bring in Urbrask's Forge. So maybe we have an answer for that. Which currently we do not, except for Binding. But I still think that's, well, what do we cut? Let's cut one Sunfall. The rest seems pretty good. Herd Migration too slow. This is a little narrow. Doesn't really do much. Jace is too slow. Tashana's Binder doesn't do much. Negates, not the greatest. Split Up. Alright. I like this configuration. Hawaiian Mango, like that name. Play first. And yeah, we're keeping this hand. We're gonna play a Brushland first, just in case they play a Swift Spear. We can Elspeth Smite. Then we'll play a Verge into a Cavern. I think that's what we want to do. And then we already have the Atraxa. That's gonna be a while to get there, but we'll see what happens. Play Beanstalk. Just progress our game plan. Sure. Another Higher Claw. Yep. Or just kill one now. Or do we wait? Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait till they go to combat, just so they can't use the map tokens. Swift Spear. Yeah. Doesn't look too good. Really trying to get the Sunfall mana. We're really trying to get mana for Sunfall. That would be sweet. Hopefully he's just got an all-creature draw, but I doubt it. Alright, untap land here. No. No, we're not going to concede. We're going to pass the turn. Elspeth Smite. Not what we wanted. And he's got a Monstrous Rage on top. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get close to winning. So, unfortunately, we'll concede that game. Alright, so 4-1 with Overlords. Again, that fast aggro start is really the only problem for this deck. Let's play another one here. But, you know, and that's the thing with the 4-color domain list, is sometimes you'll want an untapped 4th or 5th land. Sometimes you'll draw the Surveil lands, and they'll come into play tapped. That's the nature of the beast, and it's something that you're just going to, you know, that's what you sign up for when you play the deck like that, you know. And not having the most reliable mana base, but at the same time a powerful one. Alright, so I lost the die roll. Opponent goes first. I like this hand. I'll keep it. And more Heartfire heroes in my future, unfortunately. So let's play Hedge Maze. Bin the Sunfall. Yep. Taking 2 opponent. Does he have something that I'm missing? Opponent is thinking. Okay. Play a Verge. Pass the turn. Honestly, I want to probably kill the Slick Shot Show Off. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe this looks like red-black, aggro, red-black. Something or other. A lot of Heartfire Heroes. That card is very popular on the ladder. But I just want to live until turn 5. Just turn 4 into turn 5 is Overlord on 4 on the impending, and then turn 5 I should be stable enough to play. Oh, another Heartfire Hero. Well, hold my tongue. So, am I missing something here, or yeah, that's fine. Damage. Kill the show off. And he probably will just use an explore token or a map token on one of his dudes now. Yeah. Finds a land. Yep, the downside, but I just gotta preserve my life total as best as I can. And what would be a great draw is, well, temporary lockdown. Temporary lockdown would have been sweet, but it is not to be. Hopefully I survive this. Just give me to turn 5. Oof, not looking good. Okay. Not bad. I will be chumping. Hopefully he just plays out more creatures, extends. Hopefully he doesn't have any trample effects. That would not be good. I'm blocking. Monstrous Rage. Gross. Ooh, and there's a Beza. And that's got haste. Pass the turn. That was actually a good draw. Alright, so he's stuck on 1 red. So... Right? No. No, he doesn't. He controls Swamper Mountain. And he doesn't control Swamper Mountain, so he only has black. Okay, yeah, so he is stuck on 1 red source. So I think I want to fetch... Probably for just a swamp in case I draw Atraxa. Opponent thinking. Beza was a great draw. Because if I just went Sunfall, then he would have played Emberheart Challenger, putting me to 1 and potentially just casting some spell and killing me on the next turn. So the fact that I drew a Beza to not only gain life, but stabilize the board was very good. Oh, there's a Beanstalk. So... We cannot... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so... We're just attacking. And unfortunately, opponent knows what that means. Attack for 5, or attack for 2. Sweet. Alright. Play on horror. So let's just go Beanstalk here. Draw a card. Ooh, there's an Overlord. End my turn. Yeah, and there comes our 6/6 off of Impending. I always forget the keyword there. I'm going to block. What will opponent do? Prowess Resolve. That's going to resolve. Beanstalk. Yeah, so binding, that's fine. So now we could play Analyze Pollen and get Atraxa. Or we gain 4 life, draw a card. Let's attack. I don't know if this is right. Or Angel. Let's leave 1 white up. Find me a binding. 1 binding, please. 1 get lost. 1 verge. Another Atraxa. Okay. And we'll pass. I think this is a good game. Maybe they have direct burn. But this has got to be the turn they kill me. Because they are not... obviously, they're dead on board, but... with just the lifelink on Atraxa, they're not coming back. So they have to kill me here. We'll see what they can do. They know about my binding. Slick shot show off, sure. Okay, and they concede. So, feel good to escape game 1 with the win. That's huge. So again, I'll cut these. Trim. Sunfall was actually very good in that game. Trim a... well, no, I kind of want the binding. Maybe I trim 2 Overlords. I'm going to cut the blue Overlord. See how that does. Bring in the Smites. Another Lockdown. Another Beza. Another Valkyrie. I hate how this just freezes like that. Anything else? Creature flying, enchantment, draw a card, create a food token. This is probably... I mean, draw a card, create a food is pretty nice. Gaining life. Split up. I don't think that's particularly good. Alright, let's bring in 1 Paw Patch formation. See what that does. Alright, game number 2 of match 6. And yeah, we're going to keep this hand. Says nobody ever. I'm mulligan that. We'll keep this. And just bring out the... take out the forest. Ooh, okay, so this... oof. Well, I mean, granted, if he didn't have two of them, Paw Patch would have been a good draw. So play Portico. Yeah, I guess I'll keep that on top. To gum up the board. Have some inevitability. Ah, yes. I was thinking in the back of my mind, Slickshot Show Off had flying, but now Paw Patch Formation seems better. Learn my lesson and just try to destroy these creatures out of damage so they can't be pumped. When Scamp deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it if you proliferate. When it dies, it deals damage equal to the power of any target. Sure, that resolves. Well, being that I don't have temporary lockdown, I'm just going to kill one of these show-offs. Ooh. Yeah, play Beanstalk. Take a turn off here. He's only at one card. Probably should have thought about that better. Proliferate. I don't think he's got much to proliferate. Honestly, these ley lines might be the reason I lose this game. Just to have double, well, no, in this case, triple target would be pretty sweet for the opponent. Just draw lands and creatures all game. Yeah, probably, yeah, in the last turn I sequenced my lands wrong. Should have, before I played a land drop, played the Beanstalk, then played Portico, so I'd have 4 mana right now. And so, like, if I draw Beza, I'm instantly punished. Just because of how I sequenced my lands last turn. I mean, Beza would be a great draw, but it would be such a punishing draw at the same time. Because my plan now is just considering... Oh, okay. So, well, we definitely want to have turn 5 locked up, so let's play Portico. Bin that. Play a Hauntwood. Hope we don't just die, because all he needs to do is really top one spell and we're just dead. So we'll pass. This is going to be rough, isn't it? Land. Alright. That works. Okay, well, I mean, we are getting lucky, you know, like I've said, sometimes it's better lucky than good, and watch in about 2 minutes, I'll regret saying that. My plan next turn is just play Sunfall, leave up Hushwood Verge, just in case we draw a Smite off of our draw step or the Beanstalk. Opponent is deep in the tank. Okay. Well, let's just play a Sunfall. Play an Archive. Probably just bin that. We don't need another one. Am I just dead now? Sandbagging. Does it just... Okay. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only a single creature you control, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Alright, you know what I want to do? Play this. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4. We can't do everything. There's the Atraxa. I'm going to play it a little safe, just because this is coming off in a turn. I can animate this, and then I also have a Get Lost up. So let's play a little safer here. Alright. We'll kind of force his hand. Probably didn't see that, but that's okay. I've made that mistake too. We are human, after all. My turn. Well, that was a good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, play the Atraxa. Trigger the Beanstalk. And opponent has conceded. Okay, so I think we've played 5 matches. Or no, 6 matches. We are 5-1 with this Overlords list. Overall, I've been really impressed with the deck. It really does feel good. Just the curve, you know, and obviously you're playing a very broken card in Up the Beanstalk. But just the line of play Beanstalk into Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Basically, your turn 4, you're at 5 mana. You basically play Binding for 1 mana. Then you can play a Jace or a Beza, or you can play another Overlord of the Floodpits. And then you just, in the mid-range green-black matches or the blue-black matches, just to play Atraxa as such a mid-range game breaker. You know, and you just go over the top with the 2 of Atraxa. So overall, thought this list was sweet. Sideboard. Wanted to actually cast Boombringer Valkyrie, but didn't have any chances to do it. Still undecided about how I feel about Split Up. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. Paw Patch Formation, it's definitely got its you know, flexibility. And then obviously the post-board negates come in handy. They came in handy that one game against green-black mid-range where they just had a bunch of those black sweepers that just surgical extract cards from your deck upon resolution. So impressed with the deck. Like it a lot. Again, we finished 5-1. Next time I'm thinking about either playing Eli Kasis's or Shota Yasuoka's version of Blue-White Oculus. I had a fun time playing that deck. So, and like I've said, if I had to play a standard tournament now, I'd probably sleeve up something with the Overlord package you see here, or the Blue-White Oculus build, with an outside chance of demons, but we'll see. But that's for consideration. But next video, probably going to be an Oculus Blue-White video, part 2, with a different variation of the deck. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. But again, thank you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like. And then I will see you all next time in my next video. Have a great night. Have a great day, wherever you are. See you then.